All right, welcome everyone. This is one of my first, like my most favorite classes. The first one I did of my series, and one that I'll continue to do on Update a few times a year because it's just so foundational, fundamental. It's just what you need to know, the basics to get started with the premium starter kit for first aid, emotional wellness, all the things. So we're gonna jump right into it here. I'm really excited. So maybe you've done hours of research, maybe, before buying, or you simply clicked a friend's link and you ended up here, right? And you don't have a lot of information about it except that you love how it smells. So this is where I really want you to have your questions answered. That's my goal for this. You're going to get all the tools that you need to stock your first aid kit. And hopefully you leave this class feeling equipped to handle those, inevitable bumps that happen in the road along life and parenting and all that. And I really believe that there's so much empowerment in that. And as an added bonus, we get to hand these tools down to our kids who are then empowered themselves, about their own health. So my kids, even my pre-readers, know which bottle of oil to reach for because they look at the color and they know like, oh, that red one right there, where, I keep them on one spot for them to use. And the red one, I have tummy aches, so I'm going to grab the Digize. And they just know which one it is, So I love that they have it in the car too for themselves if they're car sick or overwhelmed or stressed out, whatever. They have their little kits that they are able to go to. And I think it's my favorite part of this is empowering them with natural tools. So I believe there isn't a person in the world who can't use these oils and products. So I just don't want you to miss anything. If you have a need, we definitely have a solution here. Let's jump right in. So we want to be prepared, obviously. And you want to know the best things about a natural first aid kit? Here we go. It's just being prepared. It's knowing that you have everything in your bag of goodies there that will help you when needed. So I think that's really, really crucial to make sure that we are having exactly what we need at our fingertips and having access to it as soon as possible. So that's why I keep a bag in my car. I keep it in the house. I keep it wherever we need um, to access it. So it's always with me. If we're out in the world, I have a bag with me. So being prepared, like the first step of being prepared, is seriously just having it with you. And I think that's a big one. We don't want to leave our oils at home. You want to get in the habit of creating your own little pouch or such that you can take with you. I have like this purple pouch. So my kids know I'm like, get the purple pouch that has everything in it that we believe that we need as a family to to take care of ourselves. So if you want to get your own bag, I have one I recommend too. I can share that with you if you want to know. I can show you the one I use on Amazon. I just grab it because it fits 12 plus extras. So right now I think I have 15 in it, just the basics plus a few of my super favorites. So what you can do is just open and apply these. That's why it's so simple about the oils as natural tools. They're so easy to have on hand for any situation. They don't expire. You don't have to worry about any of that. So when it comes to storing your oils, the only true rule is to keep them away from heat. So avoid setting them on the stove or on top of a toaster oven, stuff like that. Keep them out on the counter. Sorry, keep them out on the counter or on a wall shelf so you can grab them easily. And some practical tips are to, make sure you have a designated spot for your oils that your family can find them. And like I said, grab a cute bag or whatever. Put some bandages in them. I have Band-Aids in mine and Thieves hand sanitizer as well because it just goes with us out of the house, the whole thing. And maybe even some coconut oil or V6, a carrier for diluting if needed. One time in the car, one of my kids got it in their eye, and I was really happy to have that V6 with me so I can dilute it for them. And again, if it does get in your eye, we're okay. You're going to be okay. It hurts like a banshee, but it's going to be okay. So, diluting the oils, since we're talking about that too, slowing down the oils is what diluting does. So it just slows down the process of the body metabolizing them. So the bigger fat molecules of a carrier oil slow down the absorption rate and make your topical usage like more effective, even in some situations, because your body really has more time to use them and process them. It's not immediately in and out. A fun fact though, each oil has a suggested dilution ratio right on the bottle. So you may have to peel the label back a little bit to find it, but 1 to 1 basically means 1 drop of oil, 1 drop of carrier oil, and 1 to 4 means 1 drop of EO essential oil and 4 drops carrier oil, for example. So things like thieves, you might want to add more dilution. Things like, lavender probably don't need so much. So to apply the oils, we're going to place them, place some carrier oil in your hand first, drop in the essential oils, and just don't overthink it. You can also make rollers to keep on hand, meaning you'll get a little roller bottle, add the carrier oil to it, then drop in the oils, shake it up, and then you're good to go. You're like pre-diluted that way. So next we're going to talk about cuts and scrapes. So this is one of the most common maladies, right, that happen. But I don't know about you, but when I was little, I dreaded getting scrapes cleaned. As a kid, like the medicine, the peroxide or whatever people were using on me just burned, right? I hated that. So it's different with this though. We don't have that with these tools. Lavender and geranium specifically are amazing for anything skin related, like cuts, scrapes, even beauty focused skincare. So like really, really good for skin. Rose ointment is another one. It's our Neosporin replacement. It's all natural. There's nothing yucky in it, synthetic in it like Neosporin. It's plant-based first aid ointment. So you can use it on its own for all kinds of things, use it as a base for applying oils even. So for cuts and scrapes, I would start with a bit of the rose ointment, and then drop some lavender or geranium, and then apply it to the area. So just rub it in together and then put it there onto the boo-boo. And if you don't have rose ointment on hand, you can grab some coconut oil or another carrier oil, do the same exact thing. Just diluting it makes it just a little bit more gentle, so it ensures that it won't burn the skin. So if you don't want to touch a scraped area, making a roller or even a spray is something you can do too, like the Owie roller. Young Living makes a great blend called Owie, but you can make your own Owie for 15 drops of lavender, 15 drops of geranium, and then just fill that with carrier. So that can just be your little like boo-boo roller. Or the same thing in a spray, you just do 45 drops lavender and 45 drops of geranium into a 2-ounce glass spray bottle and just fill it with a carrier oil. And you can just spray it. So next we're going to talk more about sprains and strains. Here we go. Panaway, Valor, and Peppermint are recommended here. So did you know that traditional, conventional, over-the-counter pain relief creams simply make your skin tingle so that you forget about the pain underneath? Like that's just what it's doing, stimulating the nerves and making that pain sensation a little bit distracted. So they're technically a class of products called counter irritants, and they don't actually do anything that help the sore muscle. I don't know actually how, we've gotten to the point where we're trying to consider that, a help. But they just make you basically less aware of it while it heals. It's crazy, but it's definitely pharmacist verified information there. So instead, reach for Panaway, Valor, Peppermint. You'll get that same lovely tingle still on the skin from the mint, the peppermint in there, but you'll also actually get help and healing for the muscles and the tendons beneath. So this is like super important. So you're not just like working on the skin surface here, you are actually helping heal. So Panaway stands for pain away. We just, due to FDA labeling laws, we're not allowed to say pain, make many claims about pain. Fun times. So this minty blend contains wintergreen, which is the same plant family as willow bark. So willow bark is the original aspirin. See, connecting the dots here, right? So Panaway also contains copaiba, which is an amazing oil on its own. It actually works with our endocannabinoid system, which really helps with pain and inflammation. It's very, 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 very special. So Panaway is great for sprains and strains to help the natural inflammatory process. Valor essential oil combines frankincense, black spruce, blue tansy, camphor wood, and geranium. Basically smells incredible. Valor is woodsy and a bit sweet, but not only do the spruce, frankincense, and camphor wood help support physical healing, but this blend is really amazing for soothing the anxieties of being injured. Valor also contains blue tansy, known for its ability to soothe the central nervous system, our stress and anxiety and worry. Valor is also great for moving lymph because of the blue tansy in there. So if you have swelling happening, Valor is just a great one to apply. And next here that's recommended is peppermint. So peppermint follows closely as another mint oil that helps to soothe sore, tense, sprained muscles and tendons and really help the body heal. It's crisp and refreshing. So what you would want to do to make your roller bottle is combine the Valor, Panaway, Peppermint, maybe 10 to 15 drops of each with some carrier, and you're good to go. If you want to make a salve, you can do the same thing, same amount of drops for each oil, and then just put it in with some coconut oil, some solid coconut oil, and a soak. So this is really powerful too. If you have some nice, warm water, quarter cup or so of magnesium flakes or Epsom salts, and then put in Valor and peppermint, you can mix them together in the actual magnesium flakes or the Epsom salts, and then place it under very warm water so it kind of mixes it all together, then soak. Really powerful. I also wanted to mention that we had a friend, it's a testimonial that we've had, actually broke, he fell from in a construction house situation. He fell, he's like 45 or so, broke his arm in several places, like his lower arm there and forearm, and it was really bad. It was healing slowly. He asked us, like, what would you guys do? We gave him a bottle of Panaway, that was half filled Panaway and half filled frankincense. We told him just put it on there every single day and see what happens. And he went back for an x-ray, and the doctor was blown away. He could not believe how much healing had happened because of that oil. He said it healed so much faster than he expected it to for this guy's age. And it just really shocked him, and it made our friend a believer for sure. So not only are you offering, relief of pain and discomfort, but you're really working with something that helps the body heal itself. And that to me that's just, makes it a no-brainer to use oils instead of, other topical ointments and things that we might see at the store. Okay, next, fevers, peppermint, lemon, and thieves. So did you know that a fever is actually a natural response of the body when it comes into contact with something that it needs to fight off? So a fever is your body doing its thing to kill off whatever is making you feel bad. So does that mean we immediately run to grab something to lower it? Not usually. In our house, we kind of like let things go, but we watch it, we monitor, and we do put on oils just to kind of keep it maintained. I'll say that. So you don't want to ignore it, but you don't want to actually, freak out and stop the body from doing what it's doing either. So peppermint, applying lemon and peppermint to the feet and spine can be really soothing in the presence of a fever. It can help the person feel comfortable while allowing the body to do what it was created to do, right? That's what we want to do. Let the body do its job here. Peppermint is cooling and soothing to the skin, making it more comfortable. Everything feels a little bit better. But if you want to truly lower fever, if it's gotten like way too high and you're really nervous, try dropping peppermint directly into the belly button. Really, really cool, right? Cool tip. Lemon is also soothing, cooling in the presence of fever. It's rich in limonene, which supports the immune system as well. So you kind of have a double whammy there. And then thieves. Thieves is a go-to oil for kicking any kind of ick, basically. It's a germ-fighting blend, and it contains rosemary, lemon, eucalyptus, cinnamon bark, and clove. It's a powerhouse for immune health. Digesting it diffusing it is amazing. You can ingest it, you can apply it as well on the feet, whatever. I like to put it on my kids' feet and then put socks over so they're not like touching their feet and then touching their face because it's a little spicy with that clove and cinnamon. But in the 90s, Weber State University actually did a study on thieves oil and from your living. It wasn't a knockoff or anything. And they studied it and they found it to kill 99.96% of all airborne bacteria while diffusing in, I think it was between 10 and 20 minutes. Like it just did a number on the bacteria in the air. So if you really want to clean out your home or maintain a healthy home, diffusing thieves is so powerful. There's all this other information out there about thieves and mold as well, you guys. There's so many studies. Dr. Edward Close did a ton of work with that. There's just so much goodness with thieves, the power of those oils, and there's a lot on PubMed about those oils too. So highly recommend thieves. Some practical tips too, making a roller might feel overwhelming, but you don't have to do it. You can just grab your bottle of oil and just in your carrier oil, mix it in your palms and apply it to the skin too. So don't overcomplicate, just use them. Is the bottom line. Use your oils, guys. Next, we're going to talk here about colds and coughs. We're going to focus on raven, frankincense, and lemon. So colds and coughs are definitely inevitable. We want to make sure that we have the tools we need to support our bodies through and find relief, especially our littles, right? And when it comes to colds and coughs, you'll want to grab the raven, frankincense, and lemon have handy, ready to go. So raven is something you can use to ditch the store-bought chest rubs. You just need a drop of this. It's a eucalyptus blend, and it's also infused with Ravensara, which is also known as camphor. So it's an active ingredient in Vicks chest rub. Only this is completely natural with no added yucky, synthetic oil stuff in there. So this, I meant like synthetic oil. This oil blend is amazing, diffused, or you can combine it with lemon or just diffuse it alone. When your nose and chest needs some TLC. So if you're super stuffy and there's like a deep mucusy cough, definitely add some lemon. Lemon's amazing for breaking up any kind of mucus. You can also combine it with the coconut oil for a super simple chest rub. Just drop it into your palm with some coconut oil, rub it on the chest, the back, up the spine. You drop it on the shower floor during a hot shower, use it in bath with some Epsom salts. And I want to throw another one in here. I'm going to talk about frankincense and lemon a little bit more too, but A huge tip I have is to use Digize as well. So Digize rubbed on the back in the same way with a little coconut oil can really kick a stubborn cough. It's usually used for tummy stuff, but this is an insider tip. It works so well. So if the big guns aren't working, bring in the biggest gun, which is Digize, to help with the cough. So frankincense, it's one of the seriously most desired essential oils available today. It's a must-have for every home. There's so much beauty and power in frankincense. Oh my goodness. So it's our go-to for supporting the immune system, maintaining youthful and vibrant skin, calming the mind and emotions. Frankincense is actually really lovely to diffuse with valor and lavender to help calm the mind and center the thoughts. So I'm big on using oils for emotional system and the nervous system and emotional regulation, and it's amazing. I like to actually combine it with orange and diffuse it too. So lemon, back to the coughing, is a natural mucolytic, meaning it is wonderful breaking up congestion. So you can diffuse it, apply it. It's also helpful for combating springtime allergies. So you can combine it with lavender and peppermint and take it or diffuse it. Really powerful for that too. So a breathe easy roller you might want to try is 10 drops each of Raven, frankincense, and lemon. Put it with some carrier oil. The chest rub, you want that coconut oil and add 20 to 25 drops each of Raven, frankincense, lemon to maybe like a quarter cup of solid coconut oil. And just rub it on when you need it. I keep it in glass jars, ready to go. In its solid form, the coconut oil, so that I can just take a little scoop of it and use it as needed. Okay, next we're going to talk about stomach issues, stomach attacks. Like I said, Digize is one we want to focus on for this one. Peppermint and lemon. So stomach aches can be some of the worst ailments, right? Since it makes it really impossible to do anything. But luckily, we have solutions, and it's not some nasty, chalky, pink colored slime that we have to drink. Actually, natural solutions work super well and work quickly. So Digize is your digestive blend. Keep this tool at the top of your toolbox. It's well known, it's full of well-known digestive herbs like tarragon, ginger, peppermint, juniper, fennel, lemongrass, anise, and patchouli. And it's a blend that soothes any stomach issue. So whether you're needing to get things moving to soothe an upset stomach or for daily digestive health, it's the blend to choose. So I have friends that have serious digestive, issues. They're using the Digize. And then there's our family who gets stomach ache from eating too much, whatever. And we're using it too. So it's across the board. Amazing for like the little things all the way up through big kind of intense things. My friend has actually used this in the hospital when she was getting treated for some gnarly digestive stuff. So it's a go-to for sure. So you can use it topically, dilute it if you want to, but just rub it right on the belly or anywhere that's hurting. Or you can add it to an empty capsule, a little olive oil to take internally too. Just swallow. Peppermint too. If you walk down the stomach aisle at a pharmacy, you notice that almost all the products are mint flavored, and there really is a good reason for that. Peppermint is incredibly soothing to the digestive system overall. It's great to inhale for nausea, motion sickness. It works wonders in a capsule or a glass to soothe troubled bellies. It's a really, really great one. Um, my husband, if he uses it, he always says like it fixes things really fast, gets things moving, or it's fast. Lemon is another wonderful oil for stomach issues too, because the oil is cold pressed from the rind of the fruit. The oil is alkaline, it's not acidic. So a drop of lemon in a glass of water really helps soothe the stomach, tastes great, gives your liver a little TLC too. And it's actually really good for acid reflux too. It seems like counterintuitive, but since it's alkaline, you don't have to worry about it. My husband actually has found a lot of relief with lemon, whereas peppermint did not help as much for the acid reflux. So a Happy Belly roller, if you want to make a roll on, you could do 10, 15 drops each of that Digize lemon peppermint, fill with your liquid carrier, and you can apply it over the abdomen whenever you need. So next we're going to talk about burns. Oh my goodness, I've used lavender so much for burns in the kitchen. I just always accidentally grab a hot pan or touch my arm or ugh. And unfortunately, it happened to my oldest the other day. He burnt the soft side of his forearm the other day on a pan that he didn't realize that was hot, and I felt so bad. But we just put lavender right on it right away, and it just heals up so well. So as long as you put the lavender on quickly, it'll usually take away the pain and stop it from blistering, and it'll just usually heal up really, really fast. Um, I heard a story about lavender being discovered in this way when a scientist was studying different things for I think he was studying lavender, studying essential oils, but he ended up burning himself in the lab, and he went to stick his hand in a tub of water. This is a long, long time ago, and it actually ended up being lavender. And then he was like, wow, lavender is amazing for burns. So that's, we live and we learn, right? So it's great for cuts and scrapes, but it's also great for burns. It helps soothe damaged skin, and it really helps the body regenerate skin in that damaged area. So again, we're not just treating symptoms, we are helping the body heal. The oils are so infused with the innate intelligence of the creator that they know what to do, how to work with the body, and they were designed this way. This is why I am just always going to be amazed by essential oils because of how perfectly they work within our bodies. What they're made to do in the plant, they can also do in our bodies. And that's no mistake. That's no like eureka moment. The creator gave us leaves, he gave us the plants for our medicine, for our healing of the nations, right? So they are for our bodies. And this is the best way to get the most therapeutic benefits from the plants is to have the essential oils. In fact, essential oils were used even before herbs were used. Ancient people were taking the essence of the plants to use before they were even using the herbs themselves, dried or whatnot. So very, very cool information. Okay, Copahiba is another really great one. It's like the fireman in the first aid kit. It goes around putting out fires and soothing inflammation. It actually comes from a tree in South America that it's like the most anti-inflammatory natural substance on earth. And it was discovered because the local people would see animals fight and then go rub themselves on the bark, the resin of this tree. And they're like, what's going on here? And they figured it out that they'd scratch the bark, the tree would bleed a resin, a sap, and they would rub on it, and that would help them heal. So again, nature, the creator, all connected. It's beautiful. So it can really help soothe the inflammation of burns and help heal the skin, especially if you didn't catch it early enough and you're like, oh, I should probably use some oils on this. Like that's a good one to use. Lavenderm is another great one. It's a different kind of product. It's a spray bottle that has lavender essential oil in it. It's a great spray for your first aid kit. It comes in the spray bottle ready to go. You don't have to touch the tender skin. You can just spray it on. So that's another one to add to your kit as needed. So let's see, yes. So when it comes to a burn, apply the lavender Copahiba. You can put it in a carrier oil too to make sure it doesn't sting. Cover with a bandage if desired. So easy, easy. Next, we're going to talk about bites and stings. So another inevitable thing in life is bites and stings, especially if you're out about a lot in summertime. I'm actually a beekeeper, and though I'm getting better with my own bees, the wasps around are really nasty to my kids, and we've learned what works for us. So purification is the number one oil that we use for stings. It takes the pain away so fast. And I'm not sure if you've ever noticed this sting difference between a honeybee, and a wasp, but a bee sting will hurt pretty bad for maybe 5-10 seconds, and then it'll calm down. A wasp sting will hurt and hurt and hurt and hurt and hurt, and it's so annoying. So especially for little kids, because they're like freaking out, because I get it, it hurts. So we found that if we apply purification within a minute of getting stung, so you just got to keep it close to you, the pain goes away so fast and it's such a relief. And then it doesn't do the big blow up, itchy disaster that it usually turns into a wasp sting. So highly recommend purification. Lavender spray is really good to go to again for that too. Lavender, if you have lavender on hand, they don't have purification, go with the lavender. So all really great things. Next, panic attacks. This is something to talk about. I love the idea of using this kit not just for physical first aid, but for emotional first aid and wellness as well, because we live in a world that is not designed to keep us peaceful, right? There's a lot going on all the time. And we kind of really need to have, like, the world needs these tools. The world needs simple, portable, side effect free natural tools that, have that, like I said, that divine intelligence in them to help us with our emotions and our nervous systems these days. So highly recommend Peace and Calming Valor and Stress Away from this kit. And honestly, frankincense is a go-to. But let's talk about these. So panic attacks. Essential oils are a great way to help reset our minds and our emotions. The oils work with the body physically to release stored emotions, and also can be used aromatically to shift our mood and focus via the limbic system of our brain. So how it works is the molecules are so tiny, and each drop has like, I think it's like 40 million trillion molecules, literally 40 million trillion in each drop of oil. And you're able to smell those molecules up your nose to the olfactory nerve, and that takes it right to the limbic system of the brain. They can cross the blood-brain barrier. There's nothing impeding them. They just do what they need to do. And they're able to reach that part of your brain that controls your emotions. It helps you release stored traumas. It oxygenates that area. And it can really affect your brain, your body, because your brain controls your hormones too, right? Which affects your physical body. So you have your mental wellness, your emotional wellness being altered and helped, enhanced, and your physical side of those emotions and wellness also via the hormone system. So the essential oils can work on both the same time, emotional and physical sides of our mental wellness. So you're having that affected by something so natural and so instant. So all you need to do, if you're feeling panic or stress or worry or fear, you just grab an oil, close your eyes, breathe directly from the bottle. I like to teach my kids, sniff the flower, blow out the candle, right? So you take a long, deep breath through your nose and a long blow out through your mouth and just breathe. Okay. Super, super simple. You don't have to worry about where you're putting it, what you're doing. Just breathe from the bottom. If you want another step with that, I recommend putting it on your chest. Peace and Calming is my probably all-time favorite oil for emotions. Frankincense is really powerful. Frankincense is great for depression or feeling down. But Peace and Calming, really great for overwhelm, for anger. It's designed for more of like the frustration, anger. And it's very, very popular. It comes in this set that I love so much. It's a blend of tangerine, orange, ylang ylang, patchouli, and blue tansy, and it's made to really relax the body and calm the emotion. So the oil can signal overtired and overworked body systems that it is a safe space to release stress and invite in that sense of calm. It's so good. Another one is Valor, super grounding. Valor is rich, woodsy, a little sweet, contains blue tansy. And so helpful for many emotions around our activated sympathetic fight or flight response. So thus its battle-worthy name. Valor is a powerhouse when facing a trial or a season of adversity because its natural properties help align the body both emotionally and physically. Then Stress Away, it's like a vacation in a bottle, convenient, really ready to go anytime you need it. Stress Away combines copaiba, lime, cedarwood, vanilla, acacia, and lavender for a really soothing blend. That's exactly what the name means. And Stress Away is such a sleeper oil to me because you're like, oh, yay, stress. It helps with stress. But it has powerhouse oils in there. Cedarwood is huge. It's super high in sesquiterpenes. Really, really, really helps the brain. So many great things in each of these, but copaiba too, like I talked about before, copaiba works with the endocannabinoid system in our body, which is like it's the key to that lock, that system. And unlike THC or cannabis, it's able to work on the CB2 receptors, which are really just working on your inflammation, your mood. It's neuroprotective. So it's just so powerful for your nervous system without any of the mind-altering stuff that the CB1 receptor deals with as far as the THC in cannabis. So if you want to really work deep in your brain and your body's divinely designed system for calm, definitely use that Stress Away. Okay, next we're going to talk about headaches. So headaches, we said earlier that stomach troubles might be the most annoying, but honestly, it actually might be headaches because for me, it makes me not able to function. I can't do anything when I have a bad headache. And I think having something to go to again that's not a pharmaceutical or OTC or whatever is a good thing because those OTCs, those pharmaceuticals really take a toll on our kidneys, our liver, and can cause some serious issues over time with repetitive use. And I have a friend that gets really bad migraines and they're taking a lot of, aspirin or whatever it is, ibuprofen over the counters. And that's just a lot of, toxic overload for the body. So having a different option for that, I think is really, really important. So if there's a headache situation, I recommend frankincense, peppermint, and Valor again. Frankincense, again, so beautiful, versatile, rich in antioxidants. It helps soothe the physical and emotional tension of a headache. And many people like to place a drop on their thumb and then push the thumb to the roof of the mouth. You can also add frankincense to some magnesium flakes for a long soak in the tub. Really helpful as well. What I've done in the past too is just dump a bunch on the roof, not the roof, the top of my head, like into my scalp. That helps so much. Peppermint is soothing and cooling to the body overall. So making it one that you can reach for when you have a headache for sure. It's going to be something you're like, oh yes, this makes sense. That and even some Panaway with it on the temples. The icy cool relief is a wonderful like massage in the neck, temple, shoulders. We can really get into it with that. A little coconut oil. And then Valor is great for tension. So not only do the spruce, frankincense, and camphor wood help support physical healing, but it's amazing for soothing the anxiety and stress of a headache. So Valor contains blue tansy, known for its ability to soothe the central nervous system and align the body. A little headache roller here. You want to use 10 to 15 drops each of that frankincense, peppermint, and Valor. You can optionally add some lavender too because it's so calming for physically and emotionally. And fill with that liquid carrier oil. And of course, some practical tips too. You want to make sure you're hydrating, use the oils liberally, like use a lot and frequently. So don't just try to use it one drop. You want to keep going. Use as needed. My husband likes to say you need to fight an army with an army, basically. So you might want to use more than you're usually using for a bad headache, right? If just like a little tension, you're just not feeling that great, maybe try a drop rub between your fingertips and put it on your temples. But if it's something that's like escalating, you can feel free to use a lot more. Just make sure you don't get the peppermint too close to your eyes. So you want to layer too. We like to layer frankincense, Valor, and peppermint. If you're not using a roller, the peppermint is actually really great for helping to drive the other oils into tense muscles. It's like a good finishing oil. Valor is a good base oil. Peppermint also helps to amplify the other oils, the benefits of the other oils, which is nice. Okay. All right, here we go. So if you want to get started making your own kit, you might want to just go ahead and grab this Premium Starter Bundle, stock your first aid kit this way. It's 12 oils. It comes with everything we talked about here, basically the frankincense, lavender, lemon, peppermint, thieves, digest, raven, panaway, valor, stress away, peace and calming, and even citrus fresh, which is a really great one for mood and also for getting lymph going. So what's inside is those 12 bottles, like I said, the Thieves hand sanitizer, a Thieves spray, which is great for cleaning your hands and just spraying on hard to clean things, basically. A couple Ninja Red packets, and then a diffuser. This is a water diffuser. My favorite Waterless diffuser is out now, available as a permanent product as well. It's called the Wanderful, and it is just straight from the bottle, one button. You can diffuse high or low, and it's just so simple to travel. It charges by USB. The charge lasts a really long time, actually. So we have one in the car. I have several that I move around the house. If the bathroom needs a refresh, I'll put it in there. So it's like my favorite diffuser by far. So if you want to have an extra diffuser to have on hand, the free one comes with this kit, which is really beautiful, the Adobe. It's like a ceramic white and it does use water, but it lasts a very long time. It lasts longer than this one, I would say, than the one I'm talking about, the Wonderful. But it's great to just, get that sent into the air. If you want something more therapeutic and directed, if you have somebody sick, they can take that diffuser and carry it around the house with them. Super helpful. I would recommend adding that Wonderful one onto your order for sure. So I think it's really cool too to talk about the idea of loyalty rewards. This is a perk of Young Living that Young Living has offered. They've called it a few different things over the years, but Rob and I have been using it since we started in 2009. So however many months that is, but every single month we both have an order placed. So we get everything on this program. It's our monthly wellness box. You can edit it. You can change the date that's shipping. You can change what's on it. But if you order on this program, basically you're just promising to the company that you're going to order something every month, which you can cancel anytime too, but I don't know why you'd want to. But we get everything on here. We get our toothpaste, our shampoo, our supplements. We have our oil restocks. We have everything we need on here. The Ninja Red, our cleaning supplies, a laundry detergent, like every single thing that we need, we get through the company. So may as well commit to this program. Again, no penalty to ever stop, but you get so many perks for using it. You get up to 25% back of your order in points to redeem for free stuff every single order. Like it's ridiculous. So you start out at 10, the longer you're on it, it goes up to 25. After 2 years of being on it, you get 25% back. Imagine if you went to Target, like most people go to Target or Walmart or something every month for how many years? Imagine if after 2 years of going to Target, they gave you 25% back on your order. It's insane. So if you're looking for a way to really maximize and your order and make your dollar go farther, I highly recommend just hitting that tab for loyalty rewards. And you're going to be able to get all the beautiful perks that come with that, including free gifts. Like I think on month 2, you get another free diffuser. So they're so generous. Okay, so if you are shopping though for the first time today, you might want to use this code. You get an extra 10% off of whatever your order is, which is very handy. This does not expire as far as I know. If you want to message me, if you're seeing this at a later date, I will make sure it's working for you, but it should not expire. If you want to learn more with me, I have a private community for everyone on, all my customers. We talk about some cool tips in there. We're always, people are able to ask questions, they're able to share. And it's just a really easy, fun space. I also send out a newsletter monthly and oil tips weekly via email. So something you can opt into, opt out of, whatever, just super chill, easy. I'm not texting you, I'm not bothering you, but if you want to sign up for that, you can get that to just, learn more, because there really is so much to learn, and, it's hard to get all that great info out there, or to even understand it all. I guess it could feel like a fire hose. So I like the idea of the email over time to kind of like collect little tidbits. Being in the group helps you collect tidbits of information too. So if you're just starting out. So if you want to order this kit and get prepped and ready for your emotional and physical first aid, you can just take a picture of this QR code right here and it will take you right to the kit. And you'll be able to check out with my member number. If you are using mine, you can just message me and let me know that you got it. And I'm going to send you a 444-page reference guide that really helps you dive deeper. If you want to know more science, or if you want to read about some random blend, it'll go over every single oil, every single product blend available. It'll show you research and science. It's just a great reference tool that I feel like really helped me when I got started. You don't need it, but if you needed to look up something or say, oh, actually, what can I do for this like really random ailment or issue that's going on in your family? You can look it up and it'll tell you what to use, and you can try that, And I also have a free first aid guide that goes over this in detail, all the oils that we covered, and even a little bit more information in there too. So if you want access to that, let me know. It's definitely free when you order a kit with me. Otherwise, you can just put in the person's referral number when you check out if that person was not me and you're watching this still. So I hope that you took away some great information from this. This is like my favorite class. I made a little bit longer this time than I usually do, just because I had more secrets to share. And I already have some ideas for the next time I'm going to present this one. So stay tuned, and thank you again so much for joining.